Some big news surrounding the San Francisco 49ers as Christian McCaffrey gets a 2-year extension, keeping him with the San Francisco 49ers through 2027. Phenomenal news. But that wasn't the guy that has been the main focus of all these contract negotiation talks. It's been Brandon Aiyuk. So the two players, as we've explained since OTAs, that we're really waiting to see if they show up for mandatory minicamp, which is actually happening right now on the field. Brandon Aiyuk did not show up. And as a result of that, Brandon Aiyuk is subject to be fined $100,000 and some change for missing the 3-day mandatory minicamp period as negotiated by the CBA. So this isn't even a fine that's set by the 49ers. This is through the league offices, through the NFL. They have nothing. There's nothing they can do about this particular fine because it was part of the collective bargaining agreement that the NFL players and NFL had agreed to. So it's kind of that situation right now. But man, what an interesting scenario, because obviously Jawan Jennings and Christian McCaffrey Jawan Jennings didn't show up for the first OTA practice, but he got paid right before the second OTA practice. Christian McCaffrey didn't attend OTAs clearly because he was angling for a new contract, which he got today. And now the next step in this matter is Brandon Aiyuk, who remains unsigned in the sense of getting a contract extension. He is under contract for next year. The San Francisco 49ers picked up his 5th-year option. So he's technically under team control for next year, but obviously we understand what it is. Brandon Aiyuk would like to get a contract extension before the season starts, and I do believe the 49ers would also like to get an extension for Brandon Aiyuk before the season starts, because you just don't want to get a player of that caliber playing, like forcing him to play on the 5th-year option would not be a good situation, because he would only be making $14.1 million on that 5th year. And in comparison to guys like Justin Jefferson, who's getting $35 million per year on average, or Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's getting 30. So I think that's a situation that they want to bridge. We've talked about this. This has been the biggest storyline of the San Francisco 49ers throughout this offseason period. Again, this started up right after the Super Bowl, and it has been ongoing ever since. So now we can kind of shift the focus away from the Jawan Jennings situation and the Christian McCaffrey situation, again, which we were kind of in the dark in. And I think that's good. I think it's good that we don't know what's going on, because as you can see, when this stuff becomes ultra public and it's constantly being discussed in the media, it creates a lot of tension amongst fans. It creates a lot of tension, between player and team. It's just a difficult situation when it's so public like this. And we've seen so many examples of that. I think, think to the Deebo Samuel situation where he publicly requested a trade. So, but with that situation, they were able to get a deal done. And with the Brandon Aiyuk situation, I would imagine they will be able to get a deal done as well. Based on things that I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like they're ultra far away from getting that done. There's some hurdles that need to be bridged, and they need to be able to get over those. But I do think it's nothing that's crazy, and I do think this thing will get done, and hopefully sooner rather than later. We don't want to see another holdout into training camp where Brandon Aiyuk misses any time. This is a massive year for the San Francisco 49ers. This is a win it all type year, just like it has been for about the last year or two. The sense of urgency for the San Francisco 49ers is absolutely at an all-time high as it stands right now. So the San Francisco 49ers, man, they're taking care of business as it stands right now. And the San Francisco 49ers, have gotten 2 deals done. One more remains, and it's going to be their biggest deal because essentially with the Christian McCaffrey, it was a 2-year extension. I would say with the Brandon Aiyuk situation, they're definitely looking between 3 to 4 years, depending on the way the structure all plays out. So we still got to wait and see. But no Brandon Aiyuk at OTAs today. There are a couple other players that aren't out there as well, but nothing crazy. Christian McCaffrey isn't out there. No Nick Bosa or Trent Williams in the sense of playing, um, or excuse me, practicing on the field. They could be working off to the side, getting treatment, whatever. Nothing crazy to report in that regard. So we've got mandatory minicamp going off right now. Players are on the field, and boy, what a exciting day for the San Francisco 49ers. And again, with this situation with BA, to kind of put a bow on this was the expectation. We did not expect Brandon Aiyuk to participate. There was a thought he would show up and maybe not participate, but that isn't the case. He's not here, and so he will remain away from the team. And I imagine this will be the case until the San Francisco 49ers and Brandon Aiyuk come to an agreement and they get a deal done. So until then, par for the course. Hopefully, we can put this thing behind us and we can set our sights on just playing football, man, because I think that's what we want as a fan base. We have off-season fatigue when it comes to covering these types of deals and these negotiations and trade rumors and back and forth, blah 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 blah. We're ready to go, man. And I think mandatory minicamp. Once we get through this period on Thursday, there's no more football until training camp. So this is a last kind of hoorah as we get everyone installed. This is going to be the first day that we get veterans and rookies, um, in a mandatory setting all out there. So that's good to see. And hopefully this situation with Brandon Aiyuk doesn't last into training camp, because I think that's the last thing that all these fans, myself included, want to see. So let me know what you guys think about this situation. Let me know about the CMC deal. Let me know what you guys think about Brandon Aiyuk not showing. Surprised, not surprised. What are your feelings on it? What are your feelings with CMC and Jawan getting paid and Brandon Aiyuk remaining without an extension? I want to hear in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.